What's good, y'all? Off the Menu Podcast, episode 99. 90 fucking 9. We're almost there. Well, my name is P, if you don't know. Here with my brother, my co-host, Tay.
Hello, everyone.
And we have a very special guest, Elliot, Tackie. DJ.
What's up?
Event producer, creator, designer, you name it. He knows where the function is at the parties, that I swear to you. But other than that, he's a big stepper, a go-getter, going crazy.
Appreciate that.
And none other than technical support, Sifu Ying in the back.
Oh, man, you did that too fast.
You trying to get there quick.
Well, I had to get out the intro first, though, when you do that. Let me go. So, you got to remember, I have to click into the different page to go back, turn off.
I know.
You got to give me like a
the
10
timing
seconds.
of things. Yeah, I know.
10 seconds.
I get it. I was a little quick. I got excited, you know.
Yeah.
About today's episode.
Yeah, we're counting down. Elliot, I saw your page today. You do a lot of amazing work.
Yeah.
Big fan of what you do, especially the fit pics you're putting together, though.
Thank you.
You got to fit on right now.
You got to fit on right now. He's putting some
God.
fire pics together.
Oh, God.
I got to respect it for sure.
Yeah.
But yes, we are on episode 99 Off the Menu Podcast. I want to go over some things before we get into the episode. We have a pop-up at Matcha Cafe Friday, July 26th. We have a pop-up at Cooperative, July 27th,
Yep.
12 through 7 p.m.
Yep.
And the matcha one will be 6 through 10 p.m.
Yep.
And yeah, get ready for our 100th episode. That we have big plans for that one coming out Sunday. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just get into this one. We'll start off the question, Elliot. Who are you and what do you do?
Love both of those places, by the way, Matcha and Cooperative. Great business owners.
Yeah.
Who am I? I'm Elliot Tackie, Yarboy. And who am I? I'd say I'm an event producer here in Salt Lake. I also DJ and design. And I also take photos.
There's a bunch of like just cool creative shit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You are you the one that's obviously it's a team, but Rainbow Room. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So Rainbow Room is basically our event company that me and my other friend Yuri started.
Okay.
It kind of started by accident, which is really funny. We started it because, well, we were throwing parties beforehand,
Of course.
just like years and years. Because my friend Yuri, he lived at this apartment downtown Salt Lake called Quattro. It's on the corner of, I think, 4th South and 4th East.
Uh-huh.
We were going crazy, and that was before we were even 21.
Of course, bro.
So that apartment building has a rooftop that was actually really, really sick.
Mm-hmm.
And it was available for use between the tenants who live there.
Yeah.
So we'd be inviting people there like every weekend, and that's when like me and my other friend Elvis just started DJing.
Elvis. He's in New York right now, huh?
Yeah, he's in here right now.
Shout out Elvis.
Going to NYU.
Yeah.
But that's when me and my friend Elvis just started DJing.
Uh-huh.
So we were just trying to get like more practice in. So we just started DJing on that rooftop, and we ran 2 parties there because my birthday and Elvis's birthday are basically pretty much back to back.
Okay.
Because I'm born in the end of April and then he's born in the end of May. So we ran one party for my birthday. It went crazy. And then we did another party for his birthday in May. That one went stupid crazy. That one like doubled the size.
Uh-huh.
And we ended up breaking a table. The homie Yuri had to end up paying like $2,000 to get it fixed.
$2,000 to get it fixed?
Yeah, it was a crazy moment too, because you guys know Dior by Pop Smoke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was literally like 4 dudes standing on this table, like turning up. And right when the drop happens on Dior, the table breaks, steps in half, and it's a concrete table too.
Concrete?
It's concrete.
Like it's cemented on top of the roof type shit.
Yes.
What the hell? They broke
Split-
that?
Yeah, broke in half.
That's fun.
Everyone just stands in silence for a sec.
Yeah.
And then the DJ just runs the track back.
Yeah, they just got sturdy on the
That's
table.
crazy.
They got sturdy and they
what
broke
the
it.
hell, yeah.
Yeah.
What year is that?
I think that was 2022.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's when Yuri was living at that apartment?
Yeah, that's when Yuri was living at that apartment. And then Rainbow Room started right, I think, after he moved out of that apartment, because we were throwing parties like pretty much that whole summer. And then I think he moved out in the fall time. The first Rainbow Room party that we threw was in October, and it kind of doubled as a Halloween party / our other homie Quincy. You know Quincy?
Yeah, Quincy.
His birthday party.
At Flanker.
No,
that wasn't at Flanker.
It wasn't at Flanker. It was actually at our other homies' warehouse that they had in Ogden.
Oh, really?
It was mad random. It was
I didn't
far
even
out of the way. That was a treacherous night.
Treacherous?
Yeah, because
why?
Because it was like a really cold night. It was like the first night that it like snowed.
Okay.
Like, of course, when it snows in like October, you're not really like expecting it.
Yeah.
And so it's like the way up to Ogden. I'm surprised anyone came in the first place because it was mostly the homies from like Salt Lake and like down south. Like some homies from like Provo even pulled up.
Wow.
But, like just like the journey up to Ogden,
While it's
especially like
snowing.
yeah, there's like some spots like up there that don't have like good lighting at all either.
Dark.
Yeah, it is dark as fucking there.
It was a treacherous drive.
Yeah.
I remember that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how'd that night go? That's first night, Rainbow Room,
Yeah.
Ogden.
Yeah.
How'd that go? Like
That-
other than being treacherous, like how did people? Was it vibe? Was what you expected? You know?
No, I always value those days because like it was just such good vibes, good energy. Everyone came there to have like a genuine good time. There was nothing really to expect either. We had some of our really good homies DJing. So the lineup was Owen Maple, me, and Maya Summers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So we had like a nice little lineup. Just exploring like old electronic music, house. I came in with some like newer hip hop, like some Yeet.
Yeah, Yeet.
But no, yeah, it was fire. Damn. I miss those days.
And what you said, that's 2022. That's the first one?
Yeah.
October.
So explain to me what Rainbow Room is then. So is it more of an event or is it a space?
Them shits are jumping, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah.
So Rainbow Room is really more so like a brand.
Mm-hmm.
So our main thing right now is events, but we want to expand to doing like overall like merchandise and things of that nature. Basically, like make it a whole entire lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
The name Rainbow Room basically came from the idea of basically having an open space that's welcoming to a lot of people, and also that welcomes a lot of different genres of music. So basically, like a spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a reason too that we started Rainbow Room, because we felt like the parties we were going to weren't really catering to like everything that we wanted to hear. It's like sometimes like me and my friends, we want to like listen to house music. Sometimes we want to listen to hip hop. Sometimes like UKG. Sometimes like Brazilian funk.
Yeah.
And it's like we just came together and we're like, oh, let's just pull it all together, like have an actual spectrum, and then also the people who come to the event.
Yeah.
We want to make it a safe space that people feel free to be themselves in a spectrum, in that sense that we have like everyone from like just make an inclusive environment, basically.
And Rainbow, so that's how the name came about then as well. Rainbow Room.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of people in one room, any color, any race,
sir.
all that
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, that's fire.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, aside from Rainbow Room, I know you just did something, and we'll come back to Rainbow Room, but I know you just did something Saturday, Social Antidote, right?
Yes, sir.
I wasn't able to show up. I wanted to go, but it was for open space. You had some of the homies like HP, Gato.
Yes, sir. They killed it.
Yeah. Was that Rainbow Room and Social Antidote? Was that what you were doing?
Yeah, we did a
So
collab.
same thing, yeah.
Yeah, so we were basically in charge of like curating the music
Mhm.
and the overall vibe of the event.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah,
It was like a block party, huh?
yeah, basically a block party at the Exchange Place, right by. There's a few bars over there too.
Right. Were you out? You guys were outside though, right?
Yeah,
So the Quest is right here, Exchange Place right there, and then you have Alibi on this side, and then Bodega and everything right there.
Yeah,
You're in
yeah.
that little spot.
yeah, it was sick.
Yeah. I wish I was there.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite events that we've done actually.
Really?
Yeah,
How'd it
Just-
turn out for you?
It was really sick because I just valued seeing like all the people and random passerbyers that like normally wouldn't interact with like our event or like know about it, being able to engage it with it and like find interest in it and naturally gravitate towards it while on the street and be like, what is this? And like actually have a good time and
experience that.
You see people start to open up and get more comfortable and start dancing. And it was really sick. And also the setup was really sick because it's something that we've never tried before. It was like a new experiment. It's called F2F or face to face.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
So it's basically two DJs collaborating with each other, but they're facing each other and they're each playing on their own set of CDJs.
Okay.
But the CDJs are connected to each or linked to each other, so they're able to see what the other person's playing, and then they're supposed to mix out of the song that the other DJs play.
Wow. Yeah, they were doing that, bro. I was watching that shit. I was watching your story in HPs on my fucking desktop because I was,
Yeah, so it's kind of like back to back, but it's like you guys are both playing at like the same time, which is
that's pretty fire because you see a lot of back to backs, especially in the world we're living in right now.
Yeah,
DJs coming on playing with each other, but face to face is kind of crazy. Like for you to have a preparation moment for yourself, but then also know what the other person is going into is like, damn, that's got to be a good feeling.
Who are you with face to face with?
I was with Norbs.
Okay.
He's also part of Social Antidote.
Oh, really?
So me and him, we opened up the night up, and then HP and Gato, they finished it. They killed it.
Yeah.
That was such an impressive performance.
Dude, I was hearing the cuts, bro. Yeah. They sounded sick. Him and Gato were going.
It was
crazy.
it was like they were reading each other's mind. They were playing like crazy edits. They played like this one Lost Frank Ocean edit. Yep. That was like, dang, this is so crazy.
Need that.
Yeah, dude, no, you should. It was on the story, bro. I was trying to keep playing that shit back, and I was like, what song is... I know what song it was, but I just didn't know what mix it was. Yeah. If they were doing some shit.
They were mixing into like some Cardi, then they're going back to like some like All Around the World. Then, it was just crazy. They were playing like anything and everything out. Then, put on some Bad Bunny, then,
That's tough. And it was 18 and up an event because it was just on the street. There was no drinks or whatever. Yeah, 8 to 12?
Yes, sir.
That's fire.
Well, that's pretty dope that you guys actually kind of put events like that. Because curating events, like especially at your guys' age, is amazing what you guys are able to do. First of all, you guys started in an apartment at your guys' friend's crib, at the roof, first of all. And then you guys took it to the next level by putting stuff together, going to Ogden, doing stuff in the main street, of Salt Lake City and getting stuff like that together. What made you want to get into DJing?
I feel like I've always been interested in music, but like I've even tried to make music like when I was younger, but I was like, nah, this should try. Basically. And then it was basically just like my older homies, like the person who actually taught me how to DJ, his name is Josh, or he also goes by Radical Jones. He's a local DJ here out in Salt Lake.
Really?
So he actually taught me and Elvis at the same time. And I always just felt like kind of the main reason that we started Rain Room for like the spectrum of music. It's like I felt like I wasn't getting necessarily what I wanted out of like the scene here. So I was like, what can I do to, I guess, like change things, make it happen, but also just like learn a new hobby, express myself creatively. And that's kind of why I picked it up.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
It's a fun craft to get into, especially like I was telling you before, like I love music and everything. That's one thing that connects a lot of people, connects the world,
Yeah.
And then, I just did it because I wanted to DJ our events and stuff. So that I thought I'd ask that because it's not something you just fall into because music has always been in everyone's life, right? So it's just something that you cater to yourself. Primarily is to cater to yourself and then to show people what you love and what you've enjoyed throughout the years.
Yeah. Enjoy it with other people, the music that you love. Yeah. Shit's fun.
Yeah, and I get so much joy too when like I find something crazy. I'm like, I gotta show the homies this.
Yeah.
No, that's how I feel. 100%, bro. Yeah, that shit's. Yeah, I love that. I love sharing music like that. If you find something that you think you enjoy a lot and somebody else would enjoy it with you, that's even better.
And you said you only started doing this a few years ago.
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Wow.
So DJing 2 years ago and starting Rainbow Room at the same time, basically.
Yeah. I started DJing like the top. Actually, I started DJing earlier, but I never like did like events. I started DJing at like the top of 2022.
Okay.
But I didn't start like DJing really until like the summerish. in terms of events.
Yeah. Okay.
But damn, like you started, it's start of the year and then summer, like that's 6 months in, bro. You're doing events, you know, that's pretty short amount of time from like just picking it up and then having people, you know, hundreds or 50s of people just watch, you know, enjoying the music you play, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's the thing. It all started pretty much as like an accident. It just started like, there was never really like the intent of going into it as like, this is going to be like a business and we're going to like do all this. It's kind of just something that like formed over time that like people, I guess, showed that there was a need for, and we're here to deliver.
Yeah. Damn, that's so fun.
Now you're starting to get into it. I mean, you've always been in the music, but now you have put yourself in a position where you can start doing it.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn. I think there's so much music in the world that I don't think anybody should be playing the same shit, you know? Yeah. Just like in general. I know once again, like people have their favorites and masses or whatever, but I think there's just so much music that you could do some crazy shit, man. Like so much crazy shit.
Yeah. Before getting into Rainbow Room and DJing and stuff, what were you planning on doing? And then, you know, was this something that was this something you were planning on going into beforehand?
Yeah. So when I graduated high school, I wanted to be a filmmaker.
Wow.
So I kind of started like pursuing that path. I love films. I still love films, and it's like something I still definitely want to pursue later down the line. I just feel like there's a lot of barriers to entry in that specific realm, which is unfortunate. And I feel like there's a lot of reps that you get through just, I guess, things like photography or things like even just writing or even just like talking and like understanding people, which like helps you in like the long run. So it's like if I could find a way to hone in on like those skills right now and then I guess capitalize on like a later day in time.
Yeah.
It's like that'd still be something
I'd
be willing to do.
Yeah, I did see that in your highlights. You know, the very first thing I clicked into is the very first movie is on there is Working for a Dream, which is a lot of people your age especially have not seen. Yeah. And that's a beautiful movie, but it's so sad. Crazy to get into. You know, you have to
What movie?
Requiem for a Dream. Oh man, no. You have to have the gut. You have to have the gut to watch it though.
What do you mean?
It's we'll have to show you
How
the
old
stuff
is
after. Old. Not old, but
I think it's like 99.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not that bad.
But still, what the whole entire plot of the movie is just like I watched this when I was
like heartbreak or what?
I watched this when I was 7 years old.
Drug addiction.
Oh,
but so some real life shit.
Yeah. But it's like they go into some crazy shit. Like towards the end, it starts building up, and you're like, "What the hell did I just watch?"
Oh,
that's kind of
like
what happens.
How they're able to portray everything is just insane.
Yeah,
and it's show in front of your face type.
Yeah. And then it kind of showed your taste for movies going forward. Because I was like, oh wait, he has like a movie highlight right here. This is, you know, we've only had a very few people that are really like into movies and they share what they love. And then I got to see a bit of yours. Yours is not just in the American, you know, realm of movies. You have some French stuff. You had some other stuff out there. So it seems like you're really into international movies as well, right?
Yeah. No, I love French movies because what I specifically love about French movies is the dialogue. Because I feel like if it's framed in such a way that like forces you to like engage with it or like want to engage with it or like reflect on like your own thoughts and ideas about like certain topics. It's also very romantic because like a lot of the things revolve around like love, and intimacy and things of that nature, which I find a lot of interest in.
Yeah, that is true. I've seen a few French movies over my time, and they're very immersive. It really captivates you as a viewer because like from details of them smoking a cigarette outside, zooming in, panning out, you know, they have a lot of things that they really think about when they're producing these movies. So a lot of it is like self-dialogue too. So there's a lot of it has a lot of you thinking a lot of the times like, wow, is that how I feel? Or is this, how do they feel right now? So I get it. Yeah. That's dope though.
I haven't seen many French movies. I don't think I've seen any, honestly. I'm not the film guy though, unfortunately. But
We'll get you into it.
It's just a beautiful take. You know, I tell you guys I watch movies without subtitles just so I can translate it myself and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I would honestly, I like the idea of that.
Yeah.
Because you go into it blind, and you kind of just have to read them as humans.
Yeah.
You know, like how facial expressions, body expression, all that stuff, and then kind of get an idea of what they're saying. I think that's dope.
Yeah, it does kill like a lot of movies for me though because I'm overly predicting what's gonna happen. So no scary movie is actually scary because I like this is how I would write it. You know, something would jump out right now or this. So
yeah, okay.
That's kind of what happens when I keep watching movies in different languages and not understanding what's going on, but I'm writing it myself in my head. You know, and then I'll go rewatch it and then be like, okay, that's pretty close.
Rewatch it with the subtitles.
Yeah.
Okay. At least you can make it's like an assessment of us.
Yeah. That's kind of what it is. You know, people reading. You know, we do that every day. So it's a beautiful thing that you can do in movies.
It's kind of like a smart practice, honestly, when I think about it.
Yeah. Honestly, especially if you're in a creative space, you know, it's just something that you always take in life is that you'll always be in a room full of people. Yeah. How are those people thinking? What's their next move? Or how would you think in their position, you know? So that's what I do with movies.
I've never watched, besides a Thai movie with my dad.
Oh, but that's like some understanding though, you know? Because I can watch. You put on a Laos movie or Thai movie, I'm like, okay, I kind of get what he's saying. But like, you put on a Korean movie. So when I really started doing it was during Korean movies, and then I watched like a scary Korean movie, and I was like, damn, this shit sucks. And so, but then it's because I didn't understand what was going on, so I started playing. But I started playing with it, you know, and that was really it. And I was like, okay, dude, I kind of wrote a dope movie, but I really didn't because it wasn't even close to what they were saying.
So off.
But I kind of got better from there.
That's funny. It's funny.
Nah, some of those Japanese horror and terror movies, those are insane.
Yeah.
Like I was watching one named Audition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that actually.
The gore in that was crazy.
2003 film, I think.
Yeah.
2000.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's Shorty that's. I'm trying to remember. I remember like one of the scenes where she's killing people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, it's crazy how international movies, you know, you can kind of like pick up things, you know, just because movies are movies everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And it kind of has the same steps of like how production and how directing goes. And they usually try to immerse people in the same way. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's dope though. Filmmaker.
Yeah. I love watching movies with the sound off too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I got a lot of inspiration from that.
Really?
In terms of like, the frames, the photography.
Oh,
but even in terms of
other
just
shit.
like clothing and fashion and like different eras and
how shit lays and how shit moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get. See, I was smart, creative, bro. Because I've never thought of doing shit like that. Because I'm like, what's the point? But obviously, there's different perspectives on everything. You learn from every side of, you know.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's only like I only do that for a few movies. Like I would never do that for Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? But I do it for more like in a space where I can be creative, where I'm more of connecting to, you know. So
Yeah.
like a lot of fashion movies because it's kind of easy to pick up on,
course.
scary movies, stuff like that.
So are you watching movies you've never seen with the sound off? Or are you watching movies with the sound off that you have seen? Or both? Both?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you got to give it a try. You know,
Yeah.
just gotta
Just put it on the fucking TV.
Sit there in
just-
silence.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Yeah.
True. Oh, yeah.
Do it in
Yeah.
silence or I don't know, play some music in the background.
Yeah.
Like pair like an old French movie with like some Cardi.
If
what-
He said some card.
Honestly, okay, there was this one French movie and I watched Endless too.
crazy.
And I was listening to Endless, like the Frank Ocean, because it has like the most
Yeah.
beautiful intro ever.
Yeah.
Right, and then you go into it. Yeah, it's just going into it, and then you put it with a French movie. You're kind of like a black and white old film. It's kind of crazy because that's in black and white.
Yeah, it is. His video. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. So interesting, man.
we got to put you on.
yeah. We should do that. You know what? You should host an event on the Rainbow Room. We should go get an old theater or something. Throw on one of your favorite French films, but then we play some music in the back where you guys are cutting up.
You guys
to
are
it.
trying to cut to
like
that
you
music.
guys.
Hey.
You guys already
Y'all
put.
did something with that. Y'all did something with that.
Hey, don't.
You guys said we got to cut this out. No one take that idea, please.
That's actually a fire idea. You put on a movie that nobody's seen type shit. Like it's like a 1916, whatever, but black and white, and then you guys figure out how to match that. Oh, that's nasty.
There's this DJ Neil Armstrong. I really love what he does with his cuts and mixes because what he does is he takes skits from his favorite shows, favorite movies and stuff, and he'll put it right in the middle of somewhere in his drops and be like, whoa, what the hell? Like he had this one where it's like South Park. And it was the most random shit ever. But then he also has this one where George Lopez is like, don't go falling in love, my friend. because if you do, it hurts.
Right.
And I was like, that's the most beautiful thing. And then it goes into, I forgot what song it was, but it was like Alicia Keys or something. But I was just thinking like, wow, this is amazing. Like how people can put things together with film or anything else with music.
Yeah, it's creative as fuck.
Yeah.
It's just like the AMVs, bro.
Yeah.
And it adds like so much personality to the set because then it's like you're not hearing this anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's true. It's like it's one
Yeah.
experience only.
Yeah.
Like it's a live thing and it's like a movie that you've never seen before. Oh man, that's lethal.
Oh, I can't wait for that event now.
Yeah.
You guys got to make some clothes with like, just go like rip the, like whatever scene your favorite scene is, put on the shirt, put you guys Rainbow Room right on top of it. That's it.
He's
right
already
there.
got you.
That's already
You know?
done, dude. I already have that figured out.
The vision.
Yeah. So aside from the film stuff and everything, what else do you love to do then?
Throwing fits like he has a tantrum.
Throwing fits. I've always been, I guess I wouldn't say always interested in fashion, but it started from an early age, probably when I was like around like 12 years old. But yeah, mainly got into it partly because of
This guy,
Tyler.
yeah
Mister.
that early Supreme era. That was something different.
That one had everyone in a chokehold.
Had
That one-
everybody in a chokehold.
The box logo. He's like
Yeah.
Frank was the reason I want some red Supreme nunchucks for no reason, just because he says it in she.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like stuff like that, and it kind of like
Yeah, you were in junior high when that was going around. Yeah,
Yeah.
junior high.
Hell.
Yeah, I was a sophomore. I was a freshman, bro.
I was already out of school.
Yeah, you're out. Yeah, you were out. Because he's like your age. Tyler's like your age, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Tyler's a year older than me.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Yeah, that era was crazy. That music era at that time was crazy, too. It was so good. We talk about it all the time. But that time when that music came out during like 2011.
Yeah, 2012, 2013, 2014,
Yeah.
like that was like a really tough era for music. Like as far as fashion goes too, because that was when like people were dropping stuff like left and right. Like when Taz Arnold had the Tisa hats and like everyone wanted it. Like for some reason, and that happened overnight. Like that didn't just like happen over years. Literally someone wore it and then Tyga, because that's when Tyga and Chris Brown dropped their tape.
Oh, really?
Fan of a fan.
Oh, there we go.
You know, but they were only rocking Tisa hats. And then Big Sean, that's when he came out, finally famous, and then he was only rocking Tisa hats. So that was like a crazy era for clothing for sure. Because then you got Supreme, Diamond, everyone, all the street fashion came
skinny
up.
jeans.
Yeah.
And skinny jeans.
Yeah. Now people
very
are
controversial. They're controversial now.
They're-
for a different.
It
reason.
really just depends on how you wear them, bro. I haven't worn a pair of skinny jeans in a while, don't get me wrong. I used to wear them, I'm not gonna lie. But like I feel like you can do it. It just depends on what you're wearing, really what look you're going for.
Yeah, for sure. Early 2000s punk emo. That's what I kind of see. Early skater stuff, like in the 2000 skater stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I like how where fashion is going. It's coming back. Of course, the big jeans are coming back. You know, the big jeans, the tiny shirt. That's kind of
that is the move.
that's really
right
what
now.
it is.
Yeah,
The
really-
oversized button up or something right over the small tee.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going crazy.
Yeah.
But I get it though. I'd be looking at it, I'm like, damn, you know that you have something there. I'm not gonna lie, you have something. I'm gonna take a little bit of that and put somewhere, you know. Yeah. Fits be inspiring, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's the beauty about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fits be inspiring. I try to be doing the same thing
Yeah.
when I throw on fits.
Is that something you are inspired by too when you're looking around? Like, do you see people on the stream like, damn, that's actually pretty hard. I can maybe put something together with my stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of it actually. Just like people watching.
Yeah.
Especially like when I take trips too. Like every time I go to New York, I get like crazy inspiration. But also just like online.
Yeah.
Like seeing outfits and like I said, movies. I also just love this like, I guess like era of fashion that we're in, because I feel like a lot of different things are like acceptable at the same time. Where I felt like it was like only like one thing or like one acceptable way to dress.
Yeah.
There's like no barrier right now
Yeah.
on how to dress at all, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
There kind of is. You got Gen Z or whatever. What generation are they in right now?
Gen Z. Yeah.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Gen Z telling people that they can't be wearing ankle socks and shit.
oh.
Like they be trying to cancel. Yeah, they try to cancel people for wearing ankle socks.
Yeah, but I think other than ankle socks, I guess, or no socks, I think there's no really barrier to how way to dress. Like as long as you're comfortable with, well, I like to say sexuality because I get often called that I'm gay because of the way I dress, or like they compliment me like, oh, I thought you were, or you dress really well. I guess that associates with being gay. But, I just think there's no barriers with dressing nowadays.
No.
At all.
Well, as there shouldn't, though.
Yeah.
As there shouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, there's rock skinny jeans, bro. You might get made fun of, though. I won't lie to you.
Yeah. No, and it's cool, too, to see, like, how, like, eclectic, like, friend groups can get.
Yeah.
But then you'll see, like, the one dude who has, like, the cowboy swag.
Yeah,
with, like, the one dude who has, like, the all black, oversized, like, OPM swag. And then, like, the other person who dresses in, like, really bright and, like, flamboyant colors. And it's, like, they're all, like, still, like, homies. And, like, I don't know. It's cool to see.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. That is fun because, like, growing up in my era of clothing, everyone had camel shorts. And they had some type of graphic tee that came from the hundreds, diamond, 10D, whatever, Supreme, if you could.
If you could at the time.
The Tumblr era of clothing was crazy. Yeah.
It's so crazy, yeah, because at that time I was like, damn, if you had a Supreme shirt, you're tough.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that was, you're tough. But now everybody has like the Supreme, the Palace, like that streetwear.
Yeah.
It's so accessible now. Not in a bad way. Just like it's just so accessible now.
Yeah, as it should though.
Yeah.
If you're saying something should be categorized as streetwear, it should be for people that are like us, that want to be a part of streetwear.
Yeah.
But because it wasn't accessible as it was to us back in the day, we had to play around with what we had, Yeah. And that's what made us start the clothing brand. We wanted to do more about nothing because we want to make stuff for ourselves and make stuff for people like us. So
100%.
And that's how every clothing brand starts though. They want to make it for the people, right?
Yeah. Clothes is fun, bro.
Yeah, because that's the thing I love about the era too. Like even going back to like Tyler, it's just like everything just like was so cohesive with the lifestyle. Like it's like
that he was living.
Yeah,
and like
or even just
kids,
like what we were. Yeah, what we were living. It's like even like I remember like in middle school, it's like listening to like Tyler or like Vince or like Rocky.
Yep.
And it's like chilling with your homies, like hitting the corner store, get like some hot Cheetos, some Takis.
Yep.
Arizona.
Yep.
Like skating, biking, all that.
And be outside with the homies.
Yeah, just like paired perfectly. So it's like.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, though, because that was the era where you were still outside with your friends doing stuff like that.
No car,
on their bike. Yeah. That's because they were living that lifestyle. It's funny because like Mac at that time, he had that biker gang. I forgot what it's called, but he like pulled up the schoolboy. It's like a bit. It's so funny, and he's like, "You want to join my biker gang?" And then he's like, "What is it called?" And he has like a T-shirt. I'm like, I'm about to go rip that too. R.I.P. Mac. But that was like a fun era. Tyler was outside in La Brea throwing fireworks at his friends. Being obnoxious, bro. But he looks back at that and he's like, oh man, what was I thinking? Why am I doing that kind of stuff? And that's also stuff we were thinking too. It's like we were being obnoxious and stuff too.
Yeah, obnoxious as fuck.
Yeah. So for future you want to get into film. Is this Rainbow Room something that you want to take to the next level? And then, who else is doing this with you?
His name is Uriel Maldonado. Sorry.
Shout out to him.
It's just you two that started it?
Yeah.
And then obviously you have other boys that just help out. And
yeah, we got freaking collaborators and a bunch of other people who help us out.
I was going to say, Yuri is close friends with one of my homies. I think Luis Ramirez. I don't know if,
Yes, sir. Yeah,
I don't want to name
Very
drop.
familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, it's a small world, bro. Is Yuri your age?
Yeah, we're the same age.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. There we go. Okay.
Right, the month apart, right?
Yeah.
Or was that the
other? That was Elvis.
Elvis,
He's a few months older than me. He was born in October
of
2000, and I was born in April of 2001.
Okay. 2000, man.
Okay, I have to put the names and the birthdays together right now. Elvis, end of May, you end of April, and then he's in October.
Nah, it's crazy, too, because, like, obviously, a lot of people think, like, 2000 and, like, 2001 is young. But I be feeling like I'm getting up there now. I can't even lie. I be feeling like the uncle, bro. I can't even lie.
Oh man, don't tell me that. If you feel like that, I'm 10 years older than you.
That's funny.
If you feel like the uncle, I feel like a grandpa then.
He's just done so much so far,
But that's the thing though, is like, because I like how I have like older homies, I also have like little homies or younger homies, and it's like they're just as like inspiring to me as like my older friends.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure. No, when we have like a lot of the younger, guests that come on here, I do feel inspired by them because, when we were their age, like if I counted myself 10 years ago, I was anywhere near what you guys are doing or what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't a space where it was okay to do that stuff, especially being Asian American. Go be a doctor, go be a lawyer, go do all this stuff, as everyone else does too. But during that time, early internet stage, it was like kind of hard for you to be like, I can do something with this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and now I'm about to be 32, but have a podcast, do a clothing brand and stuff. But that's the beauty of the internet, that you guys get to come into this day and age and be like, if I want to be a DJ, I could be a DJ today.
Yeah.
Or if I want to make music, like a lot of these guys get just download apps on their phone, make music off their phone.
Oh God.
And I'm like, man, this is crazy how life is 180'd for sure over the last 10 years, where you have more opportunities to be yourself and do what you love.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it.
No, shout out all the people who lit the way locally too. Shout out Afrofood, TN, Andy Doors, Drux, Hathenbrook. There's a lot of others.
There's a lot of them.
Close friends,
Everyone at Feist.
Yep. Those guys, for sure. I mean, everyone at Feist, when it goes back to Home Runners.
Yeah.
Seven Wing.
Yeah. It's just, creative ass bunch that just be there. That worked at Feist for some reason, bro.
That was like one of the early stages, you know. That was the boutique to be at, because that was the one that gave opportunities. If you were into streetwear, that's where you went. Yeah. Or you weren't going to Zoomies, you weren't going anywhere else. You were going there because you had exclusive holiday drops. Every time they dropped something new, they had it.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to say his name, but shout out Lander. I can't forget about Lander. Yeah.
What does he do?
Lander Taylor. He was one of the first that introduced me to this I guess like creative scene in Salt Lake. He moved away now, but one of the first events I went to where I met a lot of people, like I think I met Afrofood there for the first time, was a fashion show he did for his brand Timonik. I think that was back in like 2017.
Damn.
7
years ago.
But yeah, he's been like a frequent collaborator with Feist as well. So, but yeah, he's one of the OGs for sure.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Were you born and raised in Utah, Elliot?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Utah.
Okay. Where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in West Jordan.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to high school?
Copper Hills High School.
Okay, you went on the west side. Okay, yeah. Damn, that's like the further west side, because I grew up in West Jordan too.
Yeah.
So I was just curious. You have any siblings? No.
Yeah, I have a good amount. I have 4 siblings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. They all went to Copper Hills?
2 of them did.
And they're older or they're younger?
Older than me.
What are their names, if you don't mind? Name dropping.
I'll start with oldest to youngest. So the oldest, her name is Erica. Then I have a brother. His name's Evans. I have another sister. Her name's Ethel. And then I have a sister that's 3 years older than me. Her name is Ebony.
Damn.
E names.
Yeah.
All E's, huh?
All E's.
I feel like I want to do that with my kids too.
That's really? Fire, though. It's a fire way to look at it.
I wouldn't do an E. I'd probably do like a different letter. Like,
yeah. Something that you can play with too. Something like complex and also like fun to play around with.
My dad did P's.
Oh, yeah.
Because my sister, but my sister's full name is 3 P's and my full name is 3 P's.
Yeah, I think it's tough when you can kind of like correlate your family like that, you know, under one single letter.
Yeah.
It's a legacy, bro.
That's a legacy. Yeah,
that has to live.
That's a trademark.
God, yeah, that's crazy.
So you're moving with the functions now. You're doing stuff like that, but you're also trying to build your brand. So are you starting to design, right?
Yeah. So I've been this whole summer. I've been tapping in more with Blender. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Blender is basically an open source 3D software. So you could do anything in there from like animations. A lot of people use it for anything from like architecture to like 3D animations, to just like designing furniture, different objects, stuff like that. And so yeah, I've been trying to tap more so into like that world as well as on the garment design side, with the Clo 3D. So just been trying to get, I guess, more well-rounded overall. The design.
Okay.
Like cut and sew type.
Yeah.
The future is here, though. When I see people doing that stuff, I have all these crazy ideas now for you. It's like you guys are like, when you guys do like drops and stuff, because when you guys do music, it's so crazy to have an image with it. You get to see yourself on a stage, but then also if you had like 3D mock-ups of your shit, like you guys did a show, boom. Yeah. Like a virtual like fashion show would go crazy.
Yeah. No, that'd be tough. But Clo is sick though, because you could literally just like build out a pattern and see what it looks like in real time. You don't
Mhm.
even know, I have to like necessarily know how to sew or like stuff like that. So it's really dope to see.
Yeah, I love where clothing is going right now. You know, like because we came from the streetwear era of stuff when it was very simple, graphic tee. You know,
It was a
Go-
very simple time.
go get your collab and then let's print on a tee together and stuff. But now they're so articulate of what they're doing. You know,
Yeah,
especially with the technology they have, they're able to mock it up. How does it look in 3D? How does it actually look on a body? And then they can kind of put it to life right there before they actually get it to life. You know,
Yeah.
and no, it's dope that you're actually doing something like that. Because I it's funny because she talked to me about doing the 3D mock-ups, and then I was like, oh, you know, we'll save that for later. You know, I don't want to just do it with a t-shirt. But then now that there's open spaces that let you do it, you said it was Blender.
Yeah.
See, that's
Blender,
fire. And
Glow.
now I know, and now I can go
You
play with
just
something.
use it, yeah.
yeah.
Huh? That's crazy. Free to use type beat.
Yeah. We got some pieces for Rainbow Room coming out too soon. So
Really?
design through clothes as well.
Okay. Do you have any future events that you guys are about to host or what? Any new DJs you're bringing in?
So we got our next event's going to be the end of August. So
Okay.
we got something locked in for August 24th.
Okay.
I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna keep it under wraps for right now.
Okay.
But now excited for the rest of the year. We're actually trying to, fingers crossed, do some events in some different states and lock in with some of our favorite DJs nationwide. Yeah, so hopefully everything
This is
goes
dope. I
well.
wish you guys the best with that.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
awesome.
This is, you know, once again, music is a beautiful place where you can connect with so many different people. And, you know, like when early in, like when we were listening to music, like Utah didn't really have that much of a scene. My cousin's a DJ, so I saw Bo York a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And then other than that, it was just him, his homies that were doing stuff. And then, you know, it wasn't until I was old enough to start going to clubs and stuff. It was like we went to like selection shows. We went to LA because that's where everything's popping off.
Yeah.
But it's amazing where Utah's growth has come. And it's going to keep growing because there's so many talented DJs, music artists, and all that stuff here as well. So it's dope that you guys are putting stuff together and, you know, putting yourselves on the platform first of all, but then also giving others a chance to show that not just some bedroom DJs.
Yeah.
Oh God. Did you you brought one DJ, what was her name? Anastasia, right?
Yeah.
Have
Brought
you-
out Anastasia last month.
Who else have you guys brought anybody else?
We brought out another DJ. Her name was Quinn Blake.
Quinn Blake.
Yeah.
When was that?
That was the beginning of this year, in January.
Where were you guys at?
It was at Pierpont Project.
Okay.
Right next to Sky.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. Damn. And then the other one was like HP Gato, you, Sauvignon Mommy. Was that a Rainbow Room?
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Damn, that one was pretty deep too.
The double decker.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, every time I've been, bro, it's been a hell of a time. It's been great music. It's different sounds from different DJs, and everybody just enjoying themselves. So, I mean, I applaud you, man, to bring like
appreciate
a crowd of people that have selective ears that kind of relate to, you know, ours, and you're able to enjoy music in the same room. You know, it's always fun to see.
No, of course. I'm excited to see how it progresses too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you do you build these relationships with DJs outside of this state and kind of just keep in contact with them and then like ask if they want to come or do a Rainbow Room, or like how do you navigate that?
So it's kind of like a mix. So when we go on trips, so I pretty much go to New York, where I've been going to New York every 6 months since I turned 21. And so whenever I go out there, I end up meeting like a lot of like a good amount of DJs, just like going to parties and stuff like that.
Right.
So I'll usually like message them or reach out to them, or sometimes I just find people online. Like the case with Quinn, I just found her online, and I really liked. I was listening to one of her mixes, and I thought it was really fire. And so she had her email in her bio, so I was like, let's just reach out. Let's see what happens.
Makes sense.
But no, a lot of other DJs, it's just like I watch and I see their growth, and it just excites me to reach out.
Yeah. Man, that's I think that's the way to do it in a sense. I mean, if you enjoy somebody's work or music, reach out. Wanting to work with them is like all they can say is no, and then it's like, okay.
Yeah. I feel like even if like you don't necessarily want to work or like you don't know what the collaboration is, I feel like it's still good to just like reach out, just like say like, oh, I like your stuff. I feel like there's no harm in just,
absolutely
like, extending that like branch.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because that can be your foot in the door.
Like the door's opening,
you know,
to
like
build
that,
a relationship.
Yeah, because that's the one thing that people need to understand is that you don't have to be scared. If you're scared to reach out, just if you love what they do, just do it. Like you said, that's amazing. That you know, that's great advice because a lot of people are scared by status nowadays. You know, like they see they see the followers, they see what they're doing, they see the consistency, and so people are just scared to say, you know, great job, or I love what you're doing, or I love that mix that you did. Yeah, because who knows where that can take you next? You know, that can be a part of collaborating later in your future.
Just extending that arm and being nice and being genuine. I think those are the best ways to build relationships anyways, or friendships. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a good way to put it. Do a lot of the relationships are when you go out of state, like do you normally talk to these people prior to showing up? Like say like New York, like I know you've been there a couple of times, but like online you reach them first and then you go to New York and meet up with them, or do you just gotta meet them while you're out there type?
Most of them are just like spontaneous, which is like the thing I love about New York is like how spontaneous it is. Yeah, it's like you could literally like be walking down the street and you see like the craziest outfit. Yeah, and you're just like, yo, bro, what are those pants? And they'll tell you the pants, and then it's like, oh, it's this brand, and then like you're like, oh, I know the person who shot this for this brand, or like there's a bunch of like little connections, or just like randomly meeting someone on the street, and then like it turns into like, oh, there's this event tonight.
See,
I just love like the spontaneity of like a city like New York.
Yeah, I've never been, bro. And you went February Fashion Week with like Jose, Andy Doors.
Yes, right? Sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. It was a good amount of us out there.
I was gonna say,
like I don't know if you're familiar with Sunny Ivy, like Brendan.
Yeah.
Brendan. But yeah, we had a good group out there too. Went with Yuri was out there too. My other homie Joshua. Yep. Yeah, we went. We had the time. It was a good time.
No, it looked like it was fun. And Andy was cutting at some of those spots. Were you cutting at some of the spots too?
No, I was on vacation.
He said I was on vacation.
No work for him.
Andy cut at a couple places up in New York, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
That's fire though, to have the opportunity because when you are traveling states, you're not going to, like, we're from Utah. We want to enjoy it, but then also if you can enjoy it with the craft that you love, that's fire too. Shout out to Andy for doing that. You know, because you gotta love what you do and be able to take it anywhere you want. But so you went for New York Fashion Week. Were you guys there for the whole like fashion show stuff, or are you just there just to live it up?
Straight business.
Straight business.
Yeah. So it was kind of like a thing inspired by like I don't know if you guys seen like that photo of Kanye and like Virgil when they went to like Paris Fashion Week in like 2009 before they like ever accepted in like the fashion world. Yeah. Because I was always a kid who was like chronically online. Like I was always like. Not yet. Like, it sounds bad. No. It sounds bad, but I was like tapped into like whatever was happening in in like New York, like even like all the influencers that were like popping in New York, like in the early like Tumblr days, like the Ian Connors, like the Lucas Sabats, and like seeing their growth. And I was like even like a brand like Places Plus Faces, I was seeing like the stuff they post, and a lot of these events they were posting were just like public or seem public. It was like they're posting the address, they're posting the time. It's like it literally seemed like just pull up. So I was like, bet I'm gonna just pull up basically. Yeah. And that was basically like the inspiration behind like the first time I went. And then the first time I went, met a lot of people. A lot of people that I wanted to meet too. Like one person I met who I was a fan of his name is Benjamin Edgar. He's a industrial designer, founder of Box Water. He lives in Chicago. He was also best friends with Virgil Abloh. But that was one of like a meaningful connection I met. Met the founder of Basket Case Gallery. Also met Reese Cooper. It was a good time that first time I went out. So I was like, yeah, I definitely got to run it back, and just been doing it since.
Do you go every time it's Fashion Week, or did you go? Yeah, I know they do Fashion Week twice a year.
Yeah, So the first time I went to New York was like when I just turned 21. Was during the summer. It was yeah. I don't want to say I'll never do it again, but it was so hot. Yeah.
No,
New York in the summer is bad, huh?
humid.
Really?
You're right next to the Atlantic Ocean, dude, and just. Do you see the trend that's going on right now? Women are doing. They're wearing at the least amount of clothing they can wear, so lingerie, just in public because it's so hot right now. And
in
so
New
they're
York?
they're trying to make it accepted in New Yorkers' eyes and stuff. Because you guys got dudes out there still wearing like full on jeans and then Timbs and stuff. So to them, that's just so normal. But there's a movement right now that a women are trying to
wear lingerie in public.
Say that it's okay to wear lingerie in public because it's so hot. But it's true though. That's how, see from his experience, New York is hot.
Yeah, New York during the summertime is no joke.
It's like a different kind of hot though, huh?
Yeah, when you're on the subway, it gets.
Oh, it's cooking.
I could. He said must.
No, it's cooking in there.
I can imagine, bro. Yeah, I definitely gotta go, man.
No, but either way, I still cherish that time because I went during when I went basically was during 4th of July as well, so I was able to experience like 4th of July out there, which was really sick. But it also just like opened my eyes to like what was possible. My first time going out there and just like seeing all the culture was really eye opening.
Yeah. That's got to be dope though that you kind of fall in love with a place and then you feel open to going back because it's welcoming for you. Yeah. Because for a lot of people that travel to New York, that's not something they feel. Right? They feel the segregation because you're not from New York or whatever, or they don't feel like they're opening their arms to you. But in reality, when I tell people like traveling in New York, and because I tell my wife like I don't really like New York, but it's just like there's certain parts of New York that I just really don't like, right? Yeah. But that's easy to avoid. Yeah. Right. But also the difference between people.
What's on your New York hate list?
Man.
Hate list? Oh no.
Hey, first of all, crowds. And this is before podcasts, before all this stuff. Like before I was okay with being in those type of crowds. Because now you can see me, you can catch me in those crowds now. But she lived in New York for about 6 months or something like around that.
Really?
Yeah, she went there for work from Goldman Sachs.
Oh, what the hell?
And so we traveled there. I only went to New York once, but it was during November because we went right after Thanksgiving.
You've only been to New York once?
Yeah, but that's just that was my experience. That was enough for me not to ever go back.
Oh, that's crazy.
But then that was younger me. Like I said, we went out there to sightsee, which is not a big thing in my books, first of all.
Right.
Like I'm not there to sightsee.
Oh, was that when Aleem and Sandy went to?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, going to museums, going to that kind of stuff, like it's cool and all, but I'm not a history mutt. I don't like. But if you took me to LA or like a fashion week or something, I'm like, oh, this is fire. Something that I'm into with like DJs or something, people performing, it'd be fire. Because she saw, who was it, John Legend?
Oh, that's fire.
Under that big ass Christmas tree at Rockefeller.
That's fire though.
A random night.
That's fire.
Yeah, but you can do that in New York, which is fire. That's the stuff that I want to experience.
Oh.
But now as I'm older, I'm like, those are experiences that I do want.
Yeah.
Right. But when I was younger, I was such a hater. It's like people are disgusting, people are rude, people are this and that.
People are.
But then you realize you go to LA, people are nice but fake. New York, they're rude but real. And that's the difference between
that's what you guys have
West
said this
and
before.
East, right? And so when I learned that about people, and I was like, oh, you know what?
At least they're just in front of your face about it.
Yeah, they're just trying to move on day too. They ain't trying to have a conversation. They're trying to move on. But if they are going to have a conversation, just believe that 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the most genuine conversation you're going to have. Yeah. Right? Because in LA is not going to be genuine for most part. LA is just as cutthroat as New York, but at least in LA, it's just, that they're just faking the cutthroat. Yeah. They don't want you to be where they're at. They don't want you to be at the parties. They don't want you to be doing stuff, right?
They don't.
But in New York, it's like, no, pull up. It's for everyone. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Man.
But as I got older, I came to learn that, So like if we went back to New York, I'd be like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
but
we got to go for fashion.
We would go for something that we would understand or what we would want to be out there for.
Next February.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
You're going to be in Thailand.
I'll be in September.
You're going to go in September?
Yeah.
This September?
Yeah.
You better start saving.
Fuck. I really can't fuck no November. Hey, man, fuck it. Fuck it. We ball.
Yes, sir.
I'll figure it out. Pull up. I'll figure it out, G.
But then it's also dope if you go with people that you know. Right?
Yeah,
so you just pull up.
I think
I feel like that was probably the difference between my first time going and your first time going because I was there with like a bunch of other friends too.
Mm-hmm. So no, we were there for a group of friends.
No, yeah.
Okay.
But once again, it's like
what they do and what he does.
what they do and what I do, two different worlds. You know,
Even the other homie, like they would do the. The Liam wouldn't really. He doesn't really care about the things they like.
No, he would rather he go do the sightseeing stuff. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
stuff that people are wanting to go to New York for.
Yeah,
right?
but the thing is, like, if I pulled up with you, Elliot, the thing is, like, I would be able to do whatever, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I would adapt so easily with the homies,
sir.
and then.
Which is, you know, it's fun. It's fun to do all the sightseeing stuff, but for some reason, it's never been something that's intrigued me my whole life.
I wanted to just be out there, bro.
Yeah, I want to experience the full New York experience.
Like fitted.
Yeah.
Meet randoms. Like, what do? You made this. That's fire.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. Like that's the shit that he's saying. Like that's the shit I want. I want to just go put myself in those areas and those spots, make sure I'm fitted or have some crazy shit on or whatever, and like just camera ready and just meet hella people that are like,
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's crazy because we went to New York and it was like kind of cold. It was
Yeah.
like, you know, about almost winter.
Yeah.
It was a crazy shit because I was still in like a t-shirt and some shorts walking around. And people in New York were just giving me that look like, bro, what the hell are you doing? And it's funny because in 2020 was last year or 2022 was All-Star Weekend? Or
Yeah. 2023.
2023 All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
So, you know, bunch of people from out of the States, or like in the States, like just pulled up into Utah.
Yeah.
Didn't know who they were and all this stuff. We were lined up at Feist. And then these New Yorkers cut us. So they had one homie that was in line at Feist. And then these guys pulled up from, what was it? House of Hoops from like
City Creek.
City Creek.
Yeah.
And they walked up and cut us. And I was like, what the hell? And like, we've been waiting here for fucking 3 hours and shit, right? Next day, it's funny. So I run into them again. And then one of them, he had a shiesty on, so I didn't recognize him. Just, you know, everyone's wearing a shiesty. But he's like, what up, brother? Your toes all out. Your toes all out. I'm like, what is he saying? He's like, you from here, huh? Your toes all out. I'm like, oh, yeah. He goes, hey, sorry about cutting you yesterday. You know, we not from here. And I was like, oh, shit, you're the guy that cut us yesterday. He goes, yeah, bro, we didn't mean that. And I was like, see, that's what I'm saying, though. New Yorkers could be like, they're so rude about what they're doing, but then they're so nice about what's happening. Dude. It's so crazy. But he's like, yeah, you from me, your toes all out. I'm like, what the hell is going
cold,
on?
bro? Yeah.
And then I was like, I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, because it happened to me in New York, too. And then the guy was like, dude, your legs aren't freezing. What's going on? Like, you're not from here? I'm like, I'm from Utah. He goes, so? But yeah, no, I love the people in New York now. I'm just like thinking about the experience you get to have with them, though.
Yeah.
I love that. It also just like forces you to be present too, because every time I've been out in New York, it's just like it forces me to be in the moment. It's like I'm not on my phone. I'm outside,
Just on the go.
Oh God.
That's the one thing I appreciate about Japan, though. So like when I always travel to Tokyo. We've been to Tokyo 4 times, just in Japan. But you know, every time I travel there, so that also taught me never travel to Japan in the summer.
Hot as fuck, too?
It's hot as like New York hot. Like they're on like the same level of like being hot.
Really?
Dude, we
Damn.
walked out of the plane. I remember I couldn't tell if I was sweating or if I was just that humid. And then I just realized that I was not sweating at all. It's just that humid, dude. And then we're walking around, and we only had 1 week in Tokyo, so 5 days actually. Not even a whole week. We're just there for 5 days, so we made best of what we had at the time. We went to Disney. We went to Disney Sea. We went to all these places, and I was like, "Fuck, this shit sucks, dude. I'm never traveling during this time ever again. Don't ever."
And you were outside just waiting in line for shit
every day. These guys got into the Indiana Jones ride, and I held everyone's backpack, and it was literally like 3 hours.
Really?
And I was just sitting there by myself,
Pissed.
in the heat, holding everyone's bag.
Yeah. But when is a cherry blossom season? It's
April,
like,
so end of March, early April.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love it, but busy.
Yeah, busy. Hella tourists probably. Yeah.
Busy.
Yeah.
My favorite time to go is Christmas, just because like
I want to go during their Halloween.
Halloween. I wish they would still do the same events though. They canceled. So in Shibuya, they're doing the no open container laws now. So before in Tokyo, it's just like Vegas. You can have open containers everywhere. So drinking.
Drinking.
But now in
drinking?
Shibuya, you cannot have an open container starting this October.
Alcohol.
Which kills, you know, the fun of being out drunk and like with your friends and stuff. And this last year, they actually canceled the Shibuya Halloween party.
Yeah.
Which is where everyone gets together. There's in the crossing, like they close the crossing and like people are just dressed up and stuff.
It's fire though.
Wait, Pearson, have you been to Tokyo or no?
Never.
Oh, okay. Wait, do you have a? I see. Oh my bad. I see this one tattoo. Do you have more?
Yeah, I have a few.
Oh, okay. How was it dealing with like having tattoos?
Don't worry about it. That's the thing to tell people. That's the one thing when people are so worried about it. First of all, the thing that you have to realize is that you're already not from Japan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they notice that right away. I'm a 5'10", 300-pound Asian. Not much of them there, right? So when they look at you, that's not the first thing they look at you. And then when you go into places, that's not what they're going to be looking at, you know? And then over the last couple years, it's kind of just been dying down as a rule because one thing about Tokyo too is that it's such an old culture.
Yeah, when they tattoos like they truly relate tattoos to Yakuza, but Yakuza's
there's no more Yakuza though.
Yeah, there's not really a Yakuza anymore in Japan.
They officially said that Yakuza are no longer a gang in Tokyo or in the Japan area.
They don't really.
So you know, if there was, then I'm pretty sure they would still keep that rule, but it's just old places that are like looking at you like, okay, no, you have tattoos, you can't come in.
Yeah.
But Tokyo is so updated to the Western customs. They're just like, no, you can come and do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So don't be worried about that. The only thing you just have to follow like a few rules that, you know, you just have to kind of make yourself fit in is like, don't walk and eat, you know, or don't be loud on the subway. But that's also second nature. It's just human nature to politeness, right? Yeah. But having tattoos or the way you look anymore doesn't matter. They're getting kind of used to it.
Yeah. The thing is, Japanese people are actually really polite. Like if you are doing something wrong, they'll tell you very politely to fix it. And even then, if you keep doing it, they're gonna just like walk away from you.
Yeah. They just ignore it though.
Yeah,
they want you to. If anything, their culture is more like you learn on yourself, you know, and then that's something you're gonna have to take. Like standing on the escalator on the left side only. Such a crazy rule because in the U.S. you're just like free for all. Whoever goes everywhere. But
yeah, they have their travel. They're just efficient ass people, bro.
Yeah,
fucking just efficient and smart people. Like I've never been, but like there's just. From their experience and the things you see, they have navigation for everything, everywhere you're going.
Yeah.
And make sure that you're in the right location as a human. This will go as smoothly as possible if you just listen to what we have to say.
Yeah. No, I recommend it for anyone, especially like I think, and that's also traveling to Tokyo so often as we did. It opened me up to being like, oh, you know what? Like New York is just a smaller version of Tokyo.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because New York is huge, right? You got so much there going on, but really, Tokyo and the inner cities are just so big that it takes you 2 hours to really travel through all of it, like on train, going back and forth. Yeah. And then like New York was like, but see the thing about New York that you got Ubers and stuff, so we kind of just cut through everything. But we traveled on train for a little bit, and I was like, no, we can't do this. There's no way. Yeah, it's not it. It's not it. It's they don't have any heat or like cooling down there, so it just stays musty. Yeah, it just like like during the winter time too, it's just musty. So it's just musty year round, I think.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But no, that's dope though that you get and being so young that you get to do these kind of things, right? Travel, be with your friends, doing stuff that you love. Like it's amazing thing that you're doing or so early on because this is gonna be your stepping stones for when you're trying to figure it out and be like, I'm gonna make a film about this. Or I'm gonna do something that breaks me into because, you know, with the industry being so open to everything now, you can kind of just make whatever you want. It may not make it to a movie theater, but you can actually finally make something that you want, and you can kind of see where you're at with it. Yeah.
That's a beautiful time we live in.
Yeah, I was going to say, applaud you, man, for all the things that you've done. You may have not felt like you have done anything in reality, but there's a lot of things that you have done, especially for this city at a young age and bringing a scene here for DJs, younger people, and just being able to just bring like people around to dance, bro, honestly, at the end of the day. So...
Yeah. So, you know, we're coming towards the end of it. We have our segment, which is called the Chef Special. It's just free advice to the viewers, or if you be cooking out there, you know, if you got a recipe that you want to teach people, that's also on the table as well.
Oh, so I'm supposed to give advice?
Yeah.
If you pre-game, man, just Chef Special. Elliot's Chef Special.
All right, let me see. I'd say my one piece of advice is to do things before you think you're ready to do them.
Okay.
Because I feel like a lot of the time when there's things that we want to do or we have an idea for something that we want to try in the back of our minds, there's always going to be that thing that's like, I'm not ready yet, I'm not good enough yet, I'm not this yet. And the thing is, you're really never going to truly know until you try. And once you try, you're also going to get further because you're learning from experience. You have a new teacher. So if I were to give one piece of advice, it would be that.
Okay. No, it's dope that you say that because a lot of people, that's the one thing is that we're our greatest enemy and we're gonna stop ourselves whenever we feel like nothing's right. But you literally have to just try it. Now you have to literally just try it to know if you don't like it or not.
Yeah, how are you gonna start if
Right.
you never tried it?
Exactly. How are you gonna fail if you never started?
Yeah.
Right.
So
No,
great,
that's dope.
great way to put it, man. I think take some courage, take a risk. There's no risk, there's no reward. So I mean, it's up to you how you want to live.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, also, I had a question. So,
Ooh.
Our other host is going to kill me if I don't ask this because you do love film. What are your top 3 films?
Top 3 films? Let me see. I really love American Beauty. Also love Magnolia by PTA. I like... Let me see.
There's a lot. A lot.
Moose is gonna kill you.
Yeah. And that's
There's
the one.
there's just like a lot of films like I appreciate, but also for just like different reasons.
Yeah.
Like I really like Sorry to Bother You a lot.
Okay. And
If we're talking about, and like one movie that actually blew me away when I watched it in theaters was Everything Everywhere All at Once. I can't remember.
Man.
Yeah, that was
That movie's so good.
yeah.
Not only like the Asian representation, but like on top of that, the movie as a whole is just fucking. It hits the points.
yeah.
Really crazy.
No, that's for you. Is it like more film? Since you are a film lover, is it more so like a nostalgia thing or an emotion type thing that makes you like love film so much?
I feel like what's beautiful to me about film is how it allows you to connect to so many different people and ways of life that you're never gonna actually, or like I'm never gonna actually meet or interact with. So it's like I love film's ability to take you from 1970s Tokyo to like outer space 10,000 years in the future.
Yeah.
To like present day America, and be able to find the common humanity in like all those people and tell a story.
Okay. Yeah.
Great way to put it.
I love that take on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is right there. I'm thinking about it right now because I have to think about like how.
Hitting home.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it definitely makes sense. You put it in a great way where you were interconnecting. We're all connected in a sense, and then watching a film and creating a person. Well, somebody created a person for you to depict, So it's like not an imaginary friend, but like it's one of those things in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before anything else, the films are what connect you through emotional or human interaction.
Yeah.
Like just seeing that one interaction in a movie can make that interaction in real life like prepare you for that moment. And and maybe you fake in the movies, but it's as real as it can really get for you in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good way to take it though. But yeah, so that is our episode 99.
99.
Elliot, Tackie. I'll have everything in the description below. Make sure you guys pull up to our Rain Room
August
event.
25th.
24th.
24th. And then barbecue this Saturday, July 27th. I better see you there.
Yes, sir.
Tickets aren't selling anymore online. Make sure you get your tickets at the door.
At the door.
At the door.
RSVP, so we have your name there ready.
Yep. And if you have any shout outs you want to give before we take off, go ahead. I know you got a list of them.
Shout out everyone.
Yeah, he said, you put on the spot.
He's like,
Yeah, Elliot love y'all, man.
Shout out all the OGs. Yeah, mentioned some before, but
All right, y'all. That's episode 99 Off the Menu
99.
Podcast.
Appreciate
Peace out,
it.
y'all.
Play excellent. Play beautiful. And play proper, stupid.